All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Yesterday, if you recall, we were going over our arrays, and today we're going to pick up where we left off. Now that we have our array, we want a way to update it inside of our contract. We'll do this by creating a new function. We'll be updating the state of the blockchain, so we're not going to want to use the view decorator, since we have to actually send a transaction to update the state of the blockchain. We'll start with the add external, followed by def add number, and then we'll pass in favorite number as our parameter, which will be a view of type uint256 as a parameter, like I just said. Then we'll copy a list of numbers, index 0, into our function and set it equal to favorite number as instruction. This means that anytime we call add number, the element at index 0 or the first position is going to be set to that number as our updated favorite number. Note, no matter how many times we deploy the contract as is, it will only be affecting the first position of our index since we have hard coded it inside of our function. See favorites.vy file, for example. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to read all of this because this is pertaining to something we already went over. I can actually pull it up inside of our favorites.vy file and show you exactly what I'm talking about because we did fix this. We just actually reintroduced it because we put it inside of our contract to move forward. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. If you recall, remember we had the index problem. We were indexing inside of the where we starting our index and we were hard coding into the 0 position and we actually fixed it and I'll show you how we fixed it. That's exactly what we're talking about here. The only reason that we're going over it again is because we're introducing that concept into our contract and we actually deploy it. So it's going to be inside of our final version of the contract. So that's why we're reading over it again. So I don't have to do all of that reading because it should still be fresh. We just went over it not too long ago. So to fix the problem, we actually made an index state variable here, and then we called it inside of our not our contract, but our constructor, and then we put the started point at 0, and then down here we implemented it inside of our add number function. This is where we added our favorite number to the index, and then we made that index equal to the index plus 1, meaning that every time we added a favorite number to the index, we would add that number or position to our index, and then open up a new position where we can add a new number and move forward until our entire array is full, which was set to the fixed size list of 5. So remember, we can only take 5 numbers because that's what it's set to. So that's what I just read right there. It was just reiterating over something we went over again. But like I said, we're gonna put this particular index inside of our final contract. So that's why we went over it again. Basically, that's what we went over today, and I think that should be it for erase. And after that, we should be moving on, I believe, to let me go back over here and see what's going to be next after the array. Because not too long from now, we should be actually running our contract, and I can deploy it for you and show you how all of this comes together inside the Remix IDE. So let me see. It was I can move down here. Like I said, this was our longest module. This reference types was our longest module. We've been in for a while, so yeah, we can bypass all of that reading since we went over that already. Now we can compile this, and it should be going over structs and new types and strings. So that's what we're going to be going over the next time we come back into our module. Like I said, this was the longest module we've done so far. So yeah, we should be out of it pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure when. I know I took a lot of notes. All of this stuff is handwritten. None of this stuff is computer generated or AI generated. All the notes you see me take are actually taken by myself. That's why you see so many errors. But all of this stuff is taken by hand, technically. And yeah, so that's why it's kind of hard to get through all of it at once. I take notes to keep it fresh in my mind so I can take notes and read it to myself and to you as a part of like a reinforcement learning kind of thing. But yeah, that was a little rant right there. But with that being said, like I said, we should be going over to our struts and strings next, and yeah, moving forward. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.